Hello and welcome back to Reddit Insanity number 28. We have a couple more retail stories for you at the beginning here and some more today. I fucked up.
Retail.
Yes. So, first one we have is by Few Lobster 7961. This person puts, I work in a grocery store and I'm standing in front of the dairy case making the order for the weekend. Customer comes up and asks me where the pints of coconut milk are. I tell her we don't carry it refrigerated, but we have it in shelf stable in cans, what we call the grocery aisle. She insisted that she buys it here all the time.
I love the famous lie from you. You know you're all lying. You know damn way. But you don't want to. You never want to be caught being wrong.
Always.
So you'll lie your ass off.
I respond by saying, well, I order all the dairy and dairy alternatives.
I respond by saying, well, you're a lying son of a bitch.
And we don't carry it, as I turn and walk away. Like, for fuck's sake, I work here.
Oh, that was her saying.
No, funny.
Like, for fuck's sake. I own the whole fucking store.
I think I know all what we sell and what we don't. While I'm at it, another time a customer asked where the alcohol was. I told him we don't sell alcohol. He kept insisting that we did. I looked at him.
I would have been like, where is it?
I looked at him and said, well, since you know it all, good luck finding it, and walked away. Our store is only 5 aisles. Pretty obvious we don't carry alcohol.
Damn, 5 aisles? That shit would be on paradise.
The rudeness of some people is just insane. I don't put up with it anymore. Once it's apparent that they aren't listening, I remove myself from the situation before I say something to get in trouble. That rings very true.
You've never been in trouble with a customer? Wait, that was the one time.
Next up, we have Finov. Finanov. This person puts, I work in a specialty store. This particular story happened a while ago, but I can't remember all the details, so this is as good as it gets. I was behind the register, and I noticed one of the assistant store managers has been on the phone for a very long time. Normally, phone calls only take a few minutes, as it's normally customers just asking a question or two about our inventory, return exchange policy, etc. Now,
You guys open?
that's always the one.
Yeah, you guys open?
See, what I do when I call a store to see if they're open, if they say hello, I hang up because then I know they're open.
Oh, so you're that one. I've had that before. Like, did you hang up before, you son of a bitch?
I got my answer.
That shit fucking drives me crazy, dude.
I got my answer then. Hey, you're open. Okay. Now, the phones are behind the registers, and there are 2 ways to get behind the counter and to the registers and phones. Because this is a very busy day, all registers are being manned. Sometimes, during a lull in the crowd, us cashiers will leave the counter to stock, fill, talk to customers, etc. When I see the line is getting long, I start heading back to the registers. However, the assistant store manager is still on the phone with the customer and is looking pretty irritated at this point. Unfortunately for me, she is in my path and the other way behind the counters is blocked by customers and other cashiers. Instead of asking her to move, I decided to duck under her, which ended up with me losing my footing and hitting the counter, but that's a different story. When she finally gets off of the phone, she sighs and gives me a very exasperated look. She explains that the customer was trying to get to the store to do an exchange or something, but she didn't know where we were. Instead of going onto Google Maps, she decided to ask the manager for direction and wasn't understanding the directions. Later, the phone rings, and I was the unfortunate person to answer it. It was the same lady.
Who dis?
The conversation goes something like this. Me. Thank you for calling store at shopping center. How may I help you? The lady. I'm trying to get to the store. Can you tell me where you are? Me. We are in shopping center between store 1 and store 2. Lady.
No, the address is this and this.
No. Like, can you tell me how to get there?
What?
Me. I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't understand. The lady. I'm on highway, whatever, heading towards this major city. What exit do I take and what road should I take?
Oh, it's weird.
At this point, I see my assistant store manager was so peeved, I was thinking, oh no, this is going to be such a pain. Me. So you exit on highway exit, whatever, onto the frontage road, turn left onto the other road, follow that road for whatever distance, turn right into the shopping center, then left, and the store will be on your left between stores 1 and 2. The lady. I didn't get that. What exit should I take?
I was just told you're in the wrong city.
For the next 15 or so minutes. I was repeatedly telling the lady instructions on how to get to our store, and she was not getting it. I had customers to check out and other things to do, but I was stuck on the phone with this woman because everyone was busy and no one would be able to answer the phone. I was so close to telling the lady to use Google Maps or something and just hanging up on her because of holy fuck, this was so annoying. I can't remember how the call ended, but I told the manager about the woman who had called and she laughed in sympathy. I went off to my break not long after, and the lady managed to get to the store. I didn't get to see her, but I was told that she was an older lady, but not too old to not know how to use a phone. Sometime after I came back from my break, the woman calls again. And again, I was the unfortunate soul who had to answer the phone. I can't remember what happened, but apparently there was something wrong with the exchange, and she wanted to know what she could do about it.
Why are you guys showing up here?
Yeah, I mean, again, I was stuck on the phone for a long time. When she finally hung up, I regretted taking my break because I was so irritated and needed time to cool off. I've dealt with those kind of customers before. It's so much fun. I'm sure you've had a few like
I
that.
don't know if people are. I once had a woman come in. It says this flashlight don't work, and I flipped the batteries. There you go.
Well,
Okay. No, she like legit just was like, oh, okay.
oh, she wasn't one of those kind of people.
No, she was like,
Didn't know how to use it.
like she was just so dumb that she didn't even recognize that I fixed it for her.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Idiocracy, that movie.
It fits.
It's a documentary.
Yes, it is. All right, next one is by Responsible B522. This person puts, the company I work for has a policy. We do not inflate outside balloons.
Oh well, I know that story too well.
Just the Mylar foil balloons that we sell on display at the front of the store.
Did I write this?
We can't inflate the latex balloons we sell either.
Did I did write this.
We are safety rated for anything but our foils, and helium is getting scarce as it is.
I for real think I wrote this.
Employees can be reprimanded or fired for filling outside balloons, and our policy is part of training for the balloon station. And that's fine. Corporate
Training for balloon station. You bitch. They just like, get on that motherfucker. Start blowing them balloons up. I'm like, oh, man, my first day. Don't blow your fucking deck off.
and that's fine. Corporate is upfront and honest about that, and it's their right to decide. For the most part, customers are understanding, but
No, they're not.
but when
That's a damn lie.
but when we get a problem customer, the problem is balloons about a third of the time.
Yeah, actually. If it's any fun, you know what they also say? Because I don't know how their branding. Did your helium work? I'm like, yeah, helium works fine. It's just empty. You dumb bitch. What do you mean does our helium work?
Instead of saying, do you have helium?
Yeah, does your helium work? I'm like, what do you mean? It's not a machine. It's fucking helium. I don't know. It drives me crazy.
I could definitely see that. Some people offer to pay for the helium straight up, which we don't have an option for.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's nothing. You're gonna fucking slip a $10 bill in my pocket. What do you want me to do?
Or ask to have balloons rung up, then just fill the balloons that they have instead.
Yes.
Come on.
Everything
gonna know.
I've had it all. Every single thing you just said, I've dealt with it.
I always tell them, no, it's not worth my job. Had someone threaten to call corporate about it, and I said, please do.
I'm like, do what? Tell them that we can't. You're gonna tell you can't blow up outside balloons. You stupid son of a bitch.
I'm sure they'll be happy that I'm obeying their policies.
Yeah, like what? That's the dumbest response.
But one particular lady takes the cake. She came in one night while the cashier and I, a manager, were on duty. She was either
How fancy. Had 3 people on duty. How fancy.
She was either the only one in the store, or other customers were back out of earshot. She came in with a SpongeBob figural balloon and asked the cashiers to fill it up for her. She appropriately told the lady, no, we can't. The lady then asked to speak to the manager, so she rang for me. I gave her the same company policy, and she got super polite. Please, wouldn't I fill this up for the little girl's birthday?
Ma'am, fuck that little girl.
Not literally.
Not literally. Well, in the figurative sense of I don't give a shit about her birthday party. She ain't paying my bills.
I told her I am sorry, but it's not worth my job. She goes, oh, you're not going to lose your job over this. I'm thinking,
Yes, I will.
wow, must be our new CEO if she can make that kind of call. But again, I told her no. Offered to pay me extra. Still said no.
How much are we talking though?
I'm not doing funny business in my drawer, and I can't mark something like that if in the register if I wanted to. I kept saying sorry, no, until until it was she seen that she wasn't getting through. She turned to walk away. Then the super nice act went out the window.
Yeah. So you know you can tell those actually. Like you can feel them.
Yeah.
Like we've been in the type of business where we deal with people all the time. You can feel the fake nice.
Yeah.
Like I know your tricks, ma'am.
From behind me, she says, "Yeah, go ahead and leave. I'll just do it myself when you're not looking."
Man, if you touch that goddamn helium machine, I'm gonna drop it on top of you.
I silently turned back around and put my hands on the helium tank nozzle. She immediately goes, "Oh, thank you. I knew you could come to an agreement." And I removed the nozzle from the helium tank,
Yeah.
intending to put it in the office if I needed to. She yells, "You're an asshole. You're lucky I'm on probation and have a kid."
Oh fuck.
And left.
I'm about to get shot. That's also another thing. Like they're so rude, and then they also threaten your life.
Yeah.
What the fuck, lady?
And she left. The cashier goes, "Wow."
And she crashed your car into my fucking store.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, see, that hit home. You have felt this.
Yeah, not the getting threatened part.
But I'll do it when you're not looking. How about that?
Not that either.
No.
Like you're too dumb to manage this machine, man. It's
No, simple and
Yeah.
People just they think that
They think retail is just like here you go. You can. Would you like to take a shit on my face, ma'am? There you go. It's like there's policies.
yeah, and it's like yeah,
Sometimes they're the worst policies known to man,
yeah,
and you have to follow them because it's policy.
it's yeah,
And then they make us feel like we're the assholes and idiots because we have to follow the policy that's been deemed down from the fucking corporate company. And I'm like, I didn't make this stupid policy, but I'll lose my job if I don't fucking do this dumb policy.
exactly. It's like it's not that I want to do this policy.
Right. If you can take the whole fucking tank if you like. I don't give a fuck. But I got no choice.
That's part of policy too. If they did want to steal it, you can't stop them. So
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. But no, man, please, we're gonna call the police. Bye.
oh no, Tom.
That's basically oh, no. If it's like you can't come to the store again, then take everything you can while you can.
Exactly. And by the time you leave, the cops won't even be here yet. So go ahead.
Well, they won't be here anyway. I'm not gonna waste my time with the police for like fucking 3 items.
None.
They're not gonna arrest you.
Well, obviously, you're gonna have to go through more hell than they are.
Right. So I'm like, just don't if we see you again, you're not coming back to the store.
Exactly.
You've been told to leave and get out. It'd be funny how like the thieves are the most courteous people. Like you've been told to leave, get out. Like, oh, you got me again. Oh. They know the game. Like, oh damn.
That's the sad part. Yes, I've seen that. People that have gotten banned from Walmart. Oh, I can't come in.
Fucking, it's the ones that are law abiding that are the worst to deal with. Like I'm above the law, so I actually go get whatever I want.
Yeah.
You made me so angry.
Next one is by Fluffy End 2406.
Fluffy end.
Fluffy End.
What end? What end?
You're gonna hurt your brain again.
Yeah.
This person puts, I moved to East Asia last year and I recently got a girlfriend. Now the language barrier
You go all the way to Asia because you couldn't do it anywhere. You moved all the way to another country to get laid.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I just heard.
Yes. Now the language barrier has been very difficult.
Wait, and she does not. This is already sounding the most sketchy shit I've heard so far. So basically, you found a bride online.
No, it's not one of those countries.
Okay, it sounds sketchy though.
It's not the Philippines.
Like he met somebody and there's a language barrier. How the fuck did you meet?
Well, he said he moved there and then met her.
Right,
It's not like he went because of her.
but there's a language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So how do they know they're dating at all?
Well,
I'm real confused.
we have been dating for a month.
I think.
But despite the language, the relationship is going well.
See, like, what do you mean?
They're using Google Translate.
That is a terrible way to date. A lot can be lost in translation,
Well,
especially when you're fucking.
that's kind of what this has to do.
Yeah.
The other day, I saw some post about a dude jizzing on his own face or something, and it reminded me of the situation that happened to me recently.
You could do that?
About a week ago, she was giving me a BJ, and I felt like I was going to bust. I wanted to tell her to slow down, but I did not know how.
I had to get the dictionaries.
So what I did was I motioned her head to stop and was going to sit up and take a bit of a break. But as I was getting up, I shot myself in my face,
Oh, his face.
hitting my chest and my face.
That's a weird angle. I guess he's leaning forward.
Yeah.
So when the dick popped out her mouth, it fucking shot up. Is how I'm fucking imagining it. But how would it shoot up that? How small is your? Like, because the angle would have to like, you know what I mean?
Well, when you're skinny, you don't have to worry about that.
Even you know, when I was fit, right, my dick would reach the bottom of my belly button. That's how long it was. So I'm thinking like, how the fuck? I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah. She was shocked and had the surprised look on her face, especially because it looked like I had stopped her so that way I could do this on myself. Yeah, I laughed it off and cleaned myself up. The next time we did it, we were fooling around and she was jerking me, and I busted again, but I noticed her cupping her hand to collect it.
Oh no!
In my head, I was like, what is she doing?
Throw it in your fucking face, probably.
After she had collected it, she started rubbing it on my face. She was laughing and smiling while she was doing this. She looked so cute. She looked like she was happy to please me. I just laughed awkwardly while she did it. Reddit, I think it's time. I think she thinks that I'm starting to enjoy this every time. That's happened 3 times already. Should I tell her to stop?
Yes.
That will be awkward in Google Translate. So he is using Google Translate.
You cannot date somebody that you cannot speak to. What in the fuck are you doing?
Oh, fuck. Do you guys think that I should...
I'm still trying to figure out how he shot himself in the chest with his dick. There's no way. Even if I pointed it directly, I would have to be leaning. No, because my fucking stomach would get in the way.
She's laying down.
You can't hit your chest like, well, unless he's like, no, because he said we stood up. Something about this doesn't sound right to me at all. I'll be damned if I don't figure this out. I'm gonna do a bunch of experiments later. My detective brain's going off.
Do you guys think that she thinks that I like it? If I shared her nationality, would a Redditor be down to help me? What should I say? Do you guys think that she's told her friends?
Probably. This nasty motherfucker.
Any thoughts or comments from Reddit would be appreciated. Edit. Added context is that she is Japanese and I live in Japan. Also, anyone here have any tips on how I should handle this or bring it up?
Yeah, learn Japanese. There you go.
Why she goes after
Weird.
the little giggle.
Yeah.
You like to call it the Cthulhu guy where he's just giggling his axe off.
I don't like the little giggle they did. They better laugh like a grown-ass woman. I'll be damned if I listen to a little girl giggle.
Next one is by SouthAd8256. This person puts, this was last night, but I was hanging out with my girlfriend in my apartment, and I had to fart. She asked me to fart somewhere else so she doesn't have to smell it. So I went halfway into the bathroom while I have my head poked out into the doorway. I thought it'd be funny to stare her directly in the eyes.
That's true love.
But instead of farting, I pooped my pants while making directly.
Wow. So he shit himself.
Oh, look directly at her.
Yeah. Dead in the eye. He fucking just, I imagine in my head like he slowly puts his head back into the door and closes the door behind him. Yeah, that's what you're thinking too, huh? Not a nary a word ever spoken between the two of them again.
Oh, that would suck so bad. Let's see. I haven't done that in at least 10 years, so it only makes sense to happen whenever I'm not talking to my girlfriend in 3 months.
Ah, real life. It'll never be outbeat.
She laughed at me for a little while or so. And so did I, but I was still very embarrassed. Luckily, she had seemed to forget about it, but the horror I felt whenever I realized what I showed up.
Oh yeah, she won't forget when you guys have an argument. Like, why should I listen to you? You shit your fucking pants.
You remember that time whenever you stared directly at me?
You fucking shit yourself, you nasty motherfucker. You're just like your father.
Oh, that was funny though. Because I could just picture it. Where he's like just making direct fucking eye contact out the door.
Fucking just dropped the deuce.
I can just imagine his face like, fuck, but he's still making eye contact.
Damn.
Oh man, next one is by Backroom DT.
Backroom DT.
I don't know what the fuck the DT stands for.
What the I've learned so much shit. I don't want to know anymore.
This person puts, happened today. A bit out of context, my wife likes the foaming hand soap. So we bought a generic soap pump that she that makes the soap come out as foam. Completely clear, no markings. She'll rotate through a few that she likes and picks up new ones every now and then. It was a fun, cuddly day today, and we turned into a request to go to the bedroom. I told my wife I had to clip and file my nails before we went and did this together.
How romantic.
Once I was done, I washed my hands in the sink with a nice apple and spices soap. We did our thing, cuddled, and went to clean up. I always get a big handful of the foam in the bathroom and give my junk a good wash after it.
What are you, a fucking prostitute? Riding your junk between clients?
Then it dawned on me. She put peppermint soap in the pump. I had about a second before it felt like I stuck my Johnson into a snowbank filled with radio static.
He's uncircumcised.
I rinsed it off really well, no luck. I tried cold water, even worse. I ran out screaming and laughing, and we agreed maybe we don't use that hand soap anymore. It's a few hours later, and it still kind of tingles.
Why would you use hand soap on your dick anyway? Is it a different chemical balance?
Somewhat.
I wouldn't put hand soap in my anything other than my hands. It's with a hand soap.
I have MS, so sensations can stick around for a while. I'm sure we'll be laughing about this one in a while. If I had washed my hands way back whenever in the bathroom, I would not have used this on my junk. Because apparently there was 2 things of it.
Oh.
And he used the wrong one.
Oh.
He used the other one that had a different smell to it.
Well.
Next one is by D Smith 61. They put, this happened a little while ago. I was on my second dive during an open water scuba training, and the instructor and myself were split up from the rest of the group. There was no problem, as he was very experienced in the area. We were down on the lake floor about 18 meters, and I got a tap on my shoulder from the instructor that he was going back to the surface, but for me to stay where I was. I did not think twice about this and continued to float around at the bottom of the lake. A few minutes go by, and I am still waiting for him to come back down. It is important to know that if you find yourself lost or alone while diving, then after a minute you should surface until you find someone. Anyway, it's now been about 5 minutes, and I'm debating if I should go up or not, as I was told to stay down at the bottom.
Is he right that he's down there?
Well,
It sounds like, yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
yeah. I start to hear a funny noise coming from up above me, and assume that it's just a boat or a noise from within the water. Eventually, I start to ascend as I realize this is not normal to be left alone for so long. As I'm coming up to the noise, it's getting louder, and I realize that it's shouting and screaming from the surface. My instructor's suit was having issues. It was not allowing air to be released from his suit to go back down. He was screaming and shouting for lifeguards and other divers as I was chilling on the floor of the lake with not a worry in my mind.
If I see the person that's meant to train me in anything I'm supposed to learn fucking panic, I think we're both going to die.
Yeah.
If I saw my pilot lose his shit as he's teaching me how to fly, I'm assuming, right, that would have rippled me with such fear if I saw my scuba diving instructor going ape shit. You know what I mean? The person that's supposed to be the most calm individual in the situation,
Yeah.
absolutely lose it. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Lose it.
You're right.
Yeah.
But now I can't because he took that for me. So now I got to be the calm and rational one
Useful places.
in an absolutely unskilled environment.
Yeah.
I would never scuba dive again.
Ever.
So what happened? His suit just fucking fill up with oxygen, or what the fuck did he say?
What was it? He's having issues and was not allowing air to be released from his suit to go back down to get him. Because
So
they were worried about him.
So I'm guessing
Like whenever he tapped him on the shoulder, I think he meant for him to come up with him.
probably, but I think basically it created a fucking balloon
Yeah.
because his suit, so he couldn't
Yeah.
go back down at all.
Exactly. There was too buoyant.
Did he assume, like, I would go up eventually? Did he assume I was staying down there till I fucking died?
Well, I think that whenever he tapped, because he didn't come up about a minute after, he was still down there just fucking chilling for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I'd be like, I'll be fine. He was fucking freaking out.
I need to fucking get back down there and save him.
I gotta say, like he was fucking out of oxygen or something.
Yeah.
I would have come up eventually.
Dead or not.
Well, I
Floated up.
yeah, some way or the other. My fucking survival instinct would kick in. I'd fucking bolt. But I'm also highly OCD. So whatever instruction they told me, like you gotta wait 5 minutes between the lower level and the higher level of water, so you balance out your whatever bullshit, so you don't get the fucking
The bends.
the bend, and I'd be like in between them, like. You know how I know? Because I played a game, right, where it was in Mars. It was a horror game called The Moons of Mars, and you had to put your suit on, and you got to depressurize the fucking room, and then you can go out into the fucking environment.
Right.
You go back in, you pressurize the room again. You can take your suit off, and you fucking. You go into the facilities. Now, as I was learning to be a fucking astronaut, I would sometimes forget to pressurize the room when I take my helmet off. I learned real quick. They gotta pressurize this son of a bitch. I love video games because you can do survival stuff or stuff like that, and you'll be fine. You'll get.
You never do it in real life.
Yeah, and I could probably do it in real life. So after that, I always be like, I gotta pressurize this son of a bitch first. I became an astronaut, basically.
See, it's training to go to Mars.
Yeah, I probably would have died from the first depressurization. Just aside from that. Yeah.
Be like Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah, my fucking face all puffed out. That was the weirdest shit they decided to do.
Yeah. I think he would have died in that time.
Oh, well, he's half celestial. Whatever bullshit he is.
Yeah, and they never show that him using anything that's part celestial anything.
He can't. He could only do it when he was attached to his dad.
And also that never made any sense either in the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe. What's his name is a celestial, but in the comic books he's not. Ego.
MCU. Yeah, it's what I would call a loose adaptation, not a hardcore. You know what I mean? You got to change stuff to fit in a context of live action.
You do, but they've made some very. That's why it's its own universe.
I mean, they made the shoe work, so 10 out of 10 for me.
Worst CGI in the world.
Let that booty shake.
Wasn't even good CGI.
Hey man, I watch it all on repeat.
Something that belongs on Tubi.
Yeah, along with that guy fucking splattered out on the side of a goddamn convenience store. Cut it.
Where he's like,
You ain't gonna cut the scene?
no.
No, he just fucking drags out of frame. He's all fucked up.
He's probably out of air too. Where it's like,
It knocked the wind out of him. The fucking dislocated a rib, and it's like, this scene is too good. We can't. It's like, I'm dying.
have you done that? Where you fall on your chest and it just knocks the wind out of you?
Only once.
Once?
Yeah.
That's it?
I'm highly, as flabby and uncoordinated as I look, I'm highly efficient physically.
Oh man, as a kid, I did it multiple times.
I was running, and it was back in Mexico, and it was the little town we lived in, and this volleyball fell into the street that's the main road into the village, and it curves out, so it went into the curve, and I'm running, and like we're on an elevated platform, like a plaza or just a courtyard, and there's this huge fucking swathe of grass, just overgrown. And I'm running, and I'm assuming in my head that
It just grades down slightly.
that it's like level to the grass. But when I hit the grass, I just fell into open space.
Oh,
So I landed into the fucking cobblestones, and I did a fucking barrel roll and landed on my feet. And then I fucking walked. I ran over to the ball like I just got my ass beat by 18 people. That's the only time I've ever been for that. The only time my cousin hit me in the nuts. I was running full speed.
I see.
But the anger overtook the pain because I was gonna fucking throw him through a plate glass window. If our great grandma hadn't been there, I'd have fucking killed him.
See, I'm thinking of the time whenever me and my brother would go ride bikes, going 25, 30 miles an hour, and then you hit a pebble that kind of makes the tire.
Yeah.
They go flying over the handlebars.
Oof, man.
I've done that multiple times in my life. Yeah. And then you just like,
I believe.
you do fly too, where it's like,
When you hit the ground, like, I believe I can touch the sky.
yeah, that's how I chipped my tooth a long time ago.
I chipped my tooth too, but I fell in the pool. One of those little kiddie pools we had like in our garage.
Yeah.
The fucking floor was super slippery. Just fucking cracked the shit out of my teeth.
Never feels good, people. Never.
No. Dennis said it's fine, so there you go. They never say anything about it. Like, you guys don't realize I chipped the shit out of my teeth? Or is that just normal for you guys?
We see it every day. It's fine.
Maybe stop shoving things down my mouth while you're trying to ask me questions. What am I supposed to say?
But anything else to add before we head out today?
I just want to say something pithy and inspiring. I don't, yeah, I reach a blank when I get to the stage. And all I can tell you is, when in doubt, eat her out. I don't know.
The best advice you can give.
Pussy's so nice, you fucked it twice. I don't know.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next time.